Have you ever wondered how powerful nature can be, especially when it comes to extreme weather conditions? In the grand scheme of things, we humans are but small and fleeting figures under the vast sky, and within that sky there brews a power, a fury that is both fascinating and terrifying. This is the world of extreme weather conditions, where the winds howl like a pack of wolves and the rain falls as if the sky itself is weeping. Our planet is a revolving stage of climatic phenomena, each with its own unique rhythm and rage. Some of us even dare to dance with these tempests, chasing storms across the Great Plains and through the darkened skies. It's a pursuit that's as dangerous as it is captivating, a testament to our enduring curiosity and audacity. Yet, for all their terror, these storms hold a certain allure, a raw, untamed beauty that keeps us coming back for more. Now brace yourself as we plunge into the world's most extreme storm moments. Our journey starts in the year 1900 with the Great Galveston Hurricane. This catastrophic event is etched in memory not just for its sheer power, but for the devastating impact it left in its wake. Imagine, if you will, a bustling city, home to tens of thousands, abruptly silenced by the wrath of nature. Galveston, Texas was the unfortunate stage for this performance as a Category 4 hurricane bore down on it. The city, at just 9 feet above sea level, stood no chance against the 20-foot storm surge that swept through, obliterating everything in its path. The aftermath was staggering. An estimated 8,000 lives were lost, and the city was left in ruins. This hurricane is considered one of the most extreme storm moments because it highlighted the sheer unpredictability and destructive potential of storms. The Great Galveston Hurricane set a devastating precedent for what was possible in terms of storm destruction. As we delve further into these extreme storm moments, remember the power of nature and the respect it commands. Fast forward to 1925, we encounter the infamous Tri-State Tornado. A day that still sends chills down the spine of many, the 18th of March 1925, witnessed one of the most devastating tornadoes in US history. This monstrous whirlwind carved a path of destruction nearly 300 miles long through Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana. In just a matter of hours, the Tri-State Tornado leveled entire towns, leaving nothing but rubble in its wake. The tornado's wrath was far-reaching, with winds estimated to have reached over 300 miles per hour. It was a force of nature that held no mercy, claiming the lives of nearly 700 people and injuring over 2,000. The aftermath was just as chilling, with survivors recounting tales of homes being swept away in the blink of an eye, and entire communities reduced to ghost towns overnight. Despite the passage of nearly a century, the Tri-State Tornado still holds the record for the longest and deadliest tornado path in history. Moving to 1970, we come face to face with the Bola cyclone. This catastrophic event was a turning point in the annals of storm history. Originating from the Bay of Bengal, the Bola cyclone swept through East Pakistan, now known as Bangladesh, and West Bengal, India, with a vengeance. Its impacts were immediate and devastating. The cyclone's ferocious winds and towering storm surges leveled entire villages, leaving few structures standing in their wake. The storm's wrath wasn't just limited to destruction of property. It dealt an even harsher blow to human life. An estimated 500,000 people lost their lives, making this the deadliest tropical cyclone ever recorded. The Bola cyclone didn't just create a storm, it created a humanitarian crisis. It sparked international attention and catalyzed the liberation movement in Bangladesh, forever changing the geopolitical landscape of South Asia. The Bola cyclone remains the deadliest tropical cyclone ever recorded. Fast forward to 2005, we encounter a storm that changed America forever, Hurricane Katrina. This tempest formed over the Bahamas, gradually intensifying as it swept across the Gulf of Mexico, before making its fateful landfall near Buenos Triumph, Louisiana. Katrina's fierce winds and surging waters wreaked havoc on the coast, but its aftermath was even more disastrous. The levee system in New Orleans, designed to protect the city from flooding, catastrophically failed, immersing about 80% of the city underwater. Thousands of homes were obliterated, leaving countless citizens displaced. The storm's impact extended far beyond the immediate destruction. Katrina resulted in one of the largest internal migrations in US history, as many of the displaced never returned to their original homes. It exposed deep-seated socio-economic disparities and flaws in emergency response systems, sparking a nationwide conversation on disaster preparedness and resilience. Hurricane Katrina continues to serve as a stark reminder of the devastating power of nature. In 2013, the world witnessed one of the strongest tropical cyclones ever recorded, Typhoon Haiyan. This typhoon, also known as Super Typhoon Yolanda in the Philippines, was a force to be reckoned with. Born from the warm waters of the Pacific Ocean, it embarked on a path of destruction that would make history. Haiyan's journey was marked by a trail of devastation, tearing through the central Philippines with winds that reached speeds of over 150 miles per hour. Entire towns were flattened, homes were ripped apart, and countless lives were forever altered. The typhoon's wrath was felt far and wide, but it was the Philippines that bore the brunt of its fury. The aftermath painted a grim picture. Over 6,000 lives were lost, and millions were left homeless. The scale of the damage was staggering, with an estimated $2.5 billion in losses. Typhoon Haiyan, with its unprecedented strength, showed us once again the might of nature. As we look to the future, we must wonder, what extreme storm moments lie ahead? The storms of tomorrow are a mystery, but one thing is certain: they will be shaped by the forces of today. As our world warms, the heat is turning up on our weather systems. Climate change is not just about hotter summers and milder winters, it's about more energy in the atmosphere, more fuel for storms. This means we could see more intense hurricanes, more devastating typhoons, and more destructive tornadoes. Predicting the exact nature of these future storms is a complex task. It's like trying to predict the exact path of a single leaf in a storm. There are just too many variables. But scientists are working tirelessly, using advanced models and simulations to anticipate the storms of the future. Climate change is also likely to bring about less predictable weather patterns. We may see storms in places where they've never occurred before, or seasons changing in ways we've never experienced. We might encounter storm phenomena that we don't even have names for yet. But it's not all doom and gloom. Our increasing understanding of storms and our improving ability to predict them means we can be better prepared. With advanced warning systems and improved infrastructure, we can mitigate some of the most damaging effects of these extreme weather events. Awareness is also key. Knowing what to do when a storm hits can be the difference between life and death. It's crucial that we educate ourselves and our communities about the risks and how to respond. As we look ahead, we must also look to the past. The storms of history serve as stark reminders of the power of nature. They remind us of our vulnerability, but also of our resilience. We have weathered many storms before, and we will weather many more. The future of storms is uncertain, but one thing is clear: they will continue to challenge us, surprise us, and remind us of the formidable power of nature. We've journeyed through time, witnessing the most extreme storm moments in history. Each of these storms has left us with a profound understanding of the immense power of nature and the need for preparedness and resilience. We began our journey with the fury of nature, an ode to the raw, untamed power of the world's weather phenomena. This was a glimpse into the indomitable force that we are humbled to coexist with, a force that can create breathtaking beauty and unparalleled devastation in equal measure. Next, we traveled back to the turn of the 20th century, to the Great Galveston Hurricane. This storm was a grim reminder of the consequences of underestimating the strength of a storm, a testament to the importance of early warning systems and the need for respect towards Mother Nature. Then came the Tri-State Tornado, an event that still holds the record for the longest track and duration for a single twister. This storm showed us not just the destructive power of tornadoes, but also the resilience and spirit of communities when faced with adversity. We then ventured to the shores of Bangladesh, where the Bola cyclone claimed hundreds of thousands of lives. It was a tragedy that led to significant changes in storm warning systems and disaster management, emphasizing the importance of international cooperation in the face of natural disasters. Our journey then brought us to the United States, to the devastation wrought by Hurricane Katrina. Here we saw a storm that tested the limits of human endurance, community spirit, and the preparedness of a nation. It was a stark reminder that even the most developed nations are not immune to the wrath of nature. We then moved to the Philippines, where Typhoon Haiyan unleashed its fury. This storm showed us the devastating potential of a super typhoon and the importance of comprehensive evacuation plans and resilient infrastructure. Our final stop was the future of storms, a speculative look at how climate change may influence storm patterns and intensities. This was a call to action, a reminder that our actions today can shape the storms of tomorrow. As we reflect on these extreme storm moments, we're reminded of the awe-inspiring and often terrifying power of nature. Each storm has left an indelible mark, not just on the landscapes they've ravaged, but on our collective consciousness. They've taught us lessons about resilience, preparedness, and the need for constant vigilance. But most importantly, they've reminded us of our place in the world, of our responsibility to respect and protect the world we live in. For as long as we inhabit this beautiful, volatile planet, we will continue to witness the power of storms. And as we do, we must remember the lessons of the past and prepare for the storms of the future. As we reflect on these extreme storm moments, we're reminded of the awe-inspiring and often terrifying power of nature.